Hey, honey roses, welcome to my channel. I'm Mystic Alchemy for those who don't know me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for coming to visit. Thank you for coming to visit. Okay, and so if you would like to book a healthy conversation with me, or if you would like to book a reading or purchase any of my books, you can. You could just visit the website that is linked to the bottom of this video at www.milkhoneyRose.org. All right. The milk is a representation of the flow of collective consciousness that we receive when we accept our wholeness, our authenticity, and the love within us and the love for self. And we become acquainted with our higher self, which is the God in us, right? And then the honey is sticky. That's when the information that we receive from the etheric realm begins to stick to us, and it becomes embedded in our subconscious mind. So then we don't go by the rules of society, we go by the rules of God, right? Spiritual law. The rose now, okay? That cosmic rose is the meeting of two galaxies. When they collide, they make the cosmic rose, right? Now, when that happens, that means that your lower self and your higher self have combined, okay? The God in you and the earthly physical of you have combined now, and you become whole. That's wholeness, that's growth, that's expansion, that's ascension. You see it? You figured out me? Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so I just wanted to give you a little rundown on why Spirit and I came up with the name Milk Honey Rose. It has a spiritual meaning towards heaven on earth, because that's what it's really supposed to be about. All right, it's in your mind. It's all in what you believe. It's in your belief system. Hold on to that. Know that. Don't let that go. That's the whole point of this place, to learn about that. Okay. All right, so let's see. Spirit, what do you have to tell us? It's gonna be a random read. Let's see what Spirit gonna talk about. Let's see. Spirit, what do you want our honey roses to know? Somebody has you on their mind. You could also be thinking about a lot of, it's almost like it just gave me, I heard deja vu, and then I also heard options, deja vu. Someone could be on your mind and someone has you on their mind. There's a lot of mental, it's almost like somebody wants to know if what they feel for you is an illusion or not, okay? Like they asking themselves, am I tripping? Cause I don't know if I'm tripping. I feel like I'm tripping. Somebody think they tripping a little bit. Someone is looking at you as a wish come true, okay? But it's making them feel a little odd because they see you as a star. I heard starlight, star bright, wish I might. It's funny how commercials from when I was a child have been popping up in my mind. Not only do I heard when retrograde is approaching, not only do people return, memories of the past return, no matter how odd they are, because it's just a commercial, but it's like a jingle that stuck with me. Boompy, can you close the door, please? But don't slam it like you did last time because you was mad. Can you close the door, please? Ew, don't do that. What is wrong with you? Can you close the door, please? Can you why aren't you listening? No. Can you tell your child to close the door, please? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, excuse me. Sometimes little people don't want to listen. Every now and again it happens, you know? Okay. All right, so Let me see. Yeah, so what I was talking about was memories. It's not always people that come back. Sometimes it's memories that come back. And it gives a sense of nostalgia. You can also find comfort in it, especially if it links to a time of innocence. I feel like there's a reason why I'm saying this. I don't know what it is yet. I'm just letting it flow. But many times Spirit gets to talking through me and I just let it go. So completion. Working through the dark spots, the blind spots. Working through, okay? It's almost like the encounter with you has caused someone to go through nostalgia. Hey, that's what it is. Okay, dealing with you, listening to you, being around you, being in your presence has caused someone to go through nostalgia. Hey, okay, that's what it is. All right, so things that this person attempted to hold back from, they realize they can't hold back from it anymore off the strength of it's too hard now. It's come to a point in time. Sometimes God will come through and be like, excuse me, you need to look at this. And they're like, nah, I don't want to look at it. No, you need to pay attention. No, God, stop talking to me. I don't want to talk to you right now. Why are you always harassing me? I don't want to talk about this. Stop trying to make me look at the things that I don't want to see. That's a real talk. When you're talking to the God in you, that's a real talk. Because you don't want to. You know you should, but you don't want to. No. Stop calling me. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to talk to no people. Not unless there's something in it for me. You know? Sometimes that will come into your mind, but it's not supposed to be thought of that way. Because then that's when you still have like aspects of your belief system that are intoxicated with, I want to say disbelief. I think I want to say disbelief is because you don't believe, sometimes you don't believe that the God in you is correct. And I feel like this person that has you on their mind, and you could have gone through this as well, because I feel like this is a thing that you go through when you're trying to get closer to yourself. And so there's something about what you said that has forced this person into healing. Go. You are God. Go. It's okay. It's not that scary. It's a little scary. But it's not that bad. Because once you see, you know, you're like, oh, it's just me. You can't be afraid of yourself, right? Okay. This person is seeing how worthy, I didn't mean to say that. They're seeing how worth it is to look at themselves in the core of them and in their truth, because they would often disregard it. No, God, I want to do what I want to do. It's almost like half-assing something. I want to do how I want to do it. And I know the way that you're saying to do it is probably better. But when I do it my way, it's my way or the highway. And somebody just told God, like, look, take a hike. Maybe I'll listen to you more when I'm ready, which is what it really is, because we have our will, so we do what we want. But sometimes it's just that what we want is not always good for us. So I feel like this, whatever encounter you have with this person, it helped them to see that I heard crash and burn. It helped them to see what it was that they were doing to themselves, like how they were actually harming themselves. They didn't realize that before, that they were actually harming themselves. Okay? So when they decided to be in silence, I almost said speak in silence. When they decided to be in silence, see in silence, no distractions. Seeing in silence is to use your mind's eye to, maybe I shouldn't say that word. I was about to say something, but I'm not gonna say that. To look deeper within yourself, okay? is the time when you begin to see the beauty within you, regardless of how dark it is, regardless of all the crazy things that were done. It's like the moment of forgiveness and embracing self to say, you know what, I messed up. However, this is what happens here. This is the whole point. We're meant to mess up in order to learn how to repair, learn how to be the version of ourselves that we always hoped to be. But it's like they were in this place where they just felt like it's too hard. It's too hard. I'm in too deep. I done did a whole lot of stuff. I almost said a whole lot of nothing, but it's not really nothing. It's something, but it's like a whole lot of experience. I'm just gonna call it experience. And now they're recognizing that the experience that they were adopting was the experience that they believed that they should adapt to based on their environment, based on what other people like to do around them, because if they were different, then they may be weird. And they may not have looked at it like that in the beginning, but the more that they backtrack and do the shadow work, they're realizing that a lot of choices that they made were based off of the perception that they wanted other people to have of them as opposed to what they truly wanted. Then they became attached to that way, which was not their own. Now they're willing to give to themselves and give to one who deserves it, which is you. You see how the Six of Pentacles is giving to the Queen of Swords? Because this is the abundance that they've wanted, but they were stuck in confusion when it comes to you. Okay? Because they thought they wanted a certain lifestyle that wasn't even nourishing for them. It didn't do anything but empty them. They were emptied, okay? They weren't fulfilled. But in their mind, they kept on thinking that they were being fulfilled, but it was all an illusion. That's why this message began with the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups, and then the Four of Wands. They're thinking about you, thinking about what you said, thinking about choices that they made. They feel bad about it. Chewed out. Look at this part. It looked like somebody took a bite. Yeah, but cut off. There's a lot that this person had to cut off. You helped them to cut off the toxins. You know when people get bit by a snake, right? And if it spreads too far, or if there's some type of sickness that they have, some type of illness, and it spreads too far too quick, they have to start decapitating body parts. And so I know that that's graphic, but it just made me think about venom and how it spreads. And sometimes if it's too bad, then those pieces need to be cut off before it spreads farther, you know, and then it'll just eliminate a person. So they're realizing that many of the limbs, which is the people, the branches that they have attached to themselves, which is people, habits, places, were actually tracking, how can I say this? They were creating routes of toxins into this person's psyche. Routes, flows, entryways into this person's psyche, and they took it on, but they didn't even realize it because they were stuck under the illusion, okay? So now they're freeing themselves, oh, this is beautiful, to work on themselves because they've learned, oh, this is so wonderful. It's so wonderful. You know, you don't know how it's gonna come out, but it's cool because they see now, they see. They know what they have to work on when it comes to themselves. They've been thinking about it, and now they're going for it. Now they're gonna do the right thing. Yes, yes, wonderful, wonderful. This is what you did for this person. So sometimes you might think that you are not doing God's work. Sometimes you might think that your life is not influential. However, that is not true, because when you touch people in such a way, okay, when you touch their psyche, and you help them to cleanse their subconscious mind and replace it with the beliefs that are healthy and they create growth, you have done a good deed. And you have, it's almost like when you do that, you deposit into your account for Dharma and the karma in your life, that account becomes, I want to say, balanced. Okay. And when I want to say that because it's at zero, you don't owe anything. You begin to reclaim your sovereignty at that point, because the decisions that you make are in alignment with the God in you, and you completely change your own DNA through the choices that you make and through the shifts that you take when it comes to dealing with other people and how you handle people and how you support people, and you're not in such a selfish way of thinking. Again, like I always say, I didn't say it right now, but I'm saying it again, like I said already, but what I want to say is that selfishness is needed in order for you to have a full cup, in order for you to pour it out. So selfishness is not always bad. Sometimes you must be selfish in order to accommodate your destiny. Because if you start people pleasing and think about other people more than you think about yourself, then you're going to get lost and confused. So there's good and bad when it comes to selfishness, but once you understand yourself, then you'll have the gifts of communication that can heal others around you, your brothers and sisters. That's a part of our meaning for being here, but we lost that because we forgot. We forgot because look outside. You turn on the news and it's everything that we not. Everything that we not is around us. Everything that we are not is around us. So it's important for you to see what you're not so that you could be the opposite. I know that may have been confusing, but did you get it? I hope so. Yes, you did. You're smart. But anyway, I love you. This message was short, but that's what I wanted to say to you. That's what I see here. So you've done a good deed and you are doing God's work. Even though sometimes you might not think you are. The words that you speak and the frequency that you're on, when you uplift and encourage instead of break down and brutalize, you are part of the reason that heaven is on earth. Okay? And you are like a physical manifestation of heaven when you walk in that frequency and you help others to adapt and adopt to the heaven within them. Yes. Bye-bye. See you later.